In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make this charm blow pop, but we're going to actually do this top down. We're going to make three components all in the same part. So let's get started. I'm going to come up here to new design, hit my little plus sign. Very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to immediately go in and I'm going to hit save. And I'm going to call this charm blow pop. And I'm going to put a one after mine since I already have one. We're going to hit save. That's the very first thing you need to do is you immediately need to save. Don't open any sketches or anything like that. Next, I want to go up to where it says assembly and I'm going to go new component. First component I'm going to make, I'm going to give it a name. We're going to call it gum. We'll hit OK. Now I'll open my first sketch. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up under create. We're going to go to ellipse and we're going to start here at origin. I'm going to make it a little ellipse. And now I'm going to dimension it. I'm going to make the height 0.86. I'm going to make the width 0.68. I want to be able to revolve this round, so I need a center line in here. So I'm going to make a line. Now I can go from the bottom end. I'm going to bring it up past my little oval there so I can grab it a little easier. I'm going to go finish sketch. I'm going to go to revolve. I'm going to pick half of that. And my axis I'm going to revolve around is going to be that little line that I created. All right. Now we're actually going to do something. We're actually going to make our own custom color. So I'm going to go up here, or I can go to modify, either or, and go to appearance. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come down here and I'm going to go to paint, glossy, and I'm going to come down here and I'm going to find a red color. I know I have one in here second. Let's see. Glossy, there it is, red. I'm going to slide, I'm going to put red on top of for now. What I'm going to do up here underneath where it says design, I'm going to right click on that and hit duplicate. Now, on my duplicate, I want to right click and hit edit. The first thing I need to do is I need to give it a new name. So we're going to call it pink. Then I want to slide over to where my pink is. So I think my pink's somewhere over here. And I'm going to pick a pink color. I'm going to hit done. Now I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that pink and I'm going to slide it on top of my gum piece. What I'm also going to do is I'm going to right click on that. I'm going to say copy to my appearances. So I can use that later on. I'm going to hit close and there's my gum piece. So now what I need to do, this is going to be very important. We're going to do this a couple times. I'm going to come up here to my very top layer and I'm going to click that and I'm going to put that little black dot there. I'm going to go back up to assemble now. I'm going to go new component. I'm going to give it a name, and this one we're going to call it, we'll call this one sucker. We'll hit OK. Now I'm going to do a new sketch. I'm going to pick this plane again. Now I want to be able to see that part on the inside. So I'm going to come over here where my gum is. I'm going to open this up. There's my sketches. I'm going to open up my sketch. And I'm going to turn that sketch on because I want to be able to use that. I'm going to come up to where it says create now. Scroll down to project and include, and then scroll over to project. And I want to grab that whole circle. I don't want just part. I want to make sure you grab all of it. What I'm going to do after I project that, I'm going to go offset. I'm going to click on this. I'm going to offset this out, and I'm going to offset it 0.2 out. This is going to be my candy shell. Next, I'm going to go back over to create. I'm going to go to rectangle. I'm going to do a center point rectangle. I'm going to start right at the center here. I'm going to open that up. And for the width, I'm going to make it 1.2. I'm going to hit my tab key and I'm going to go over and I'm going to make that 0.5. All right. I need to put a couple lines in. So I'm going to start from the center point. I'm going to drag one all the way to the top. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to start from my center point and bring one straight down. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a regular rectangle. I'm going to start right at this intersection. And I'm going to just bring it down. It doesn't matter how much. I'm going to dimension it. I'm going to give it the width of 0.06. I don't care how big it is. All right. And that is all we need for that so far. We're going to finish this sketch. Zoom in a little bit. I'm going to revolve. And what I want to revolve is this piece, this piece, this piece, and this piece. I'm going to hit select for my axis. I'm going to pick one of those axes that I put on there. And I'm going to get OK. You can see my candy shell. I'm going to go up to modify, appearance. I'm going to drag my red on top of this because I want my red sucker. We're going to hit close. Now I'm going to go back up again. This is going to be important. You got to go back up here and highlight that and put that little black dot in there. Once we do that, now I can go back to assemble, new component. This is where we're going to put our stick in. So I'm going to call this stick. We will hit OK. I'm going to do a new sketch. I'm going to pick that plane again, same plane as I've been picking. Now I'm going to go over to my sucker and I'm going to open my sketches on my sucker and open that last sketch because I want to be able to use that. I'm going to go project. So create, scroll down to project, project. I want to project that little dot and that line. That's all I need. Next, I'm going to go regular rectangle. I'm going to go right from that dot. I'm going to pull it down. I'm going to stay right on top of this. See how it kind of jumps to it? I'm going to plop that in there. And then I'm going to dimension that box. I'm only going to dimension it right here, and I'm going to make it 3 inches. I'm going to finish my sketch. I'm going to go to revolve again. I'm going to pick my sucker. I'm going to select my axis, which will be right there. I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to go back to my color. I'm going to go to appearance, and I'm going to grab this gray color only because you can see it because I have a white background. So I'm going to grab this gray and pop it on top of there. Once I have that, I'm going to go back up to my top here. And I'm going to go into all my sketches. I'm going to make sure I turn them all off because I don't want to see them. All right, so I'm going to turn all my sketches off. I'm going to close everything back up. And the last thing I'm going to do is hit save. And you can see there is my charmed blow pop. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like button.